Hey everybody, it's Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the Amazon FBA and e-commerce podcast.
Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm.
Okay, we're back in the office today, but somehow my lighting isn't set up properly, but it kind of gives you this ghostly image. Okay, today we've got a really great show. We're going to be talking to Carrie Miller, and we're going to be talking about how you should or should you be selling on Walmart in 2022. So Carrie's been around for a bit. She's been selling in e-commerce since 2016 and is presently over at Helium 10. She's been using Helium 10 over at since 2017, and she started selling Amazon.com, then quickly went over to Shopify, and then whipped over to Walmart.com. She's also a brand evangelist over at Helium 10 for the Walmart.com tools. So we'll be welcoming Carrie in just a second, but before we get to that, just a quick word from our sponsor. Thank you, Z.co, for sponsoring this episode of Lunch with Norm. Are you looking to take your e-commerce business from local to global? You can with the help of Z and their brand new app. That's right. You can track live shipments with push notifications, get detailed lead times for each stage of your shipment, and store all compliance and VAT reclaim documents in the palm of your hand, all while listening to Lunch with Norm. Ready to expand your e-com empire and take your Amazon FBA business global? Use the link in the description to learn more about Z's new app that's now available on desktop and mobile. That's Z.co, ZEE.co. And look at that. I got to play around with the lighting for a bit, and I'm back. No more ghostly image. Okay, Kels, where are you?
Hello. Welcome, everyone. Hope everyone is excited to talk about Walmart today. If you guys don't know, you can go ahead, smash those like buttons. Also share this episode out to anyone you think could use a little help with their Walmart selling and if it's a right fit for them. So let us know in the comments, have you thought about using or selling on Walmart before? Why not? Let us know in the comments sections. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. Also want to give a big shout out to our Beard Nation who are joining us. Simon is back. Welcome, Simon. Also, happy birthday. He had his birthday the other day. So gotta shout him out. Abdur, Nathan, welcome. Rad, Victor Gizmo, Dr. Cause, DK Kim, Andrew Smith from Chicago, and Howard Kaufman. We got a whole crew joining us. Amar as well. Thank you, everyone. It's good to see you guys. Also, just want to shout out our membership program for our podcast. This is to help support the podcast because it's not free and it does take some time. So if you're interested, that's our membership program. You can go over to our Lunch with Norm website and just click on the membership. That's where you can get small group sessions with Norm and I. You can do Q&A sessions with us. We do about 3 a month, as well as a guest lesson. We've had Stephen Black, Amy Weiss, Ben Leonard give special guest lessons to us. So it's really great. And welcome Marina as well. So without further ado, we can get started.
Don't forget Abdur from Pakistan.
I did. That was my first one. I said.
Was it? Oh, I just usually don't listen to you. But okay. All right. All right. So if you do have any questions, just throw them over in the comments section. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and welcome Carrie.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a little while.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is very fun.
Yeah, we officially met, what? Back
$1 billion Seller Summit.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you showed me up.
Yeah. No, not at all. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. Look, I am really interested to talk about Walmart. So
Okay.
I hear, and you know this, you hear people that say, oh, Walmart doesn't work. Walmart's this, Walmart's that. And I'm seeing it picking up speed.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different things that a lot of sellers don't realize. Like Victor, who's on here, I just saw him. He went and he listened to the application video that Tim and I did. And he said that he was able to go through that and get reapproved or
Oh, yeah.
approved very quickly just by following the simple steps. I saw that in a video that we did, or a podcast we did a few months ago. But anyways, if you know what to do, it's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so much easier.
So why don't we start with that? Like, why should people start selling on Walmart if they're not selling in 2022?
If they're just starting out brand new, or
Let's say they're over on Amazon right now.
okay, they're over on Amazon. Okay, so I think definitely Walmart is growing, and it's the second largest e-commerce platform right now, and we've just seen it. The growth is quite substantial, and if you don't get on now, it's kind of like Amazon was, I think, 5 or 6 years ago, when you could just I could just put something up when I first started and do the right keywords, and they would get ranked right away. And it's kind of similar with Walmart. There are some competitive categories, obviously, like vitamin C or certain supplements are going to be really competitive, and it's a little bit more challenging. But if you already are selling products on Amazon, you already have the inventory, so it really doesn't cost you anything but time and a little bit of effort. And if you get in now, you can establish yourself at the top and you just put yourself in a good position, like a lot of people did with Amazon years ago. So I think it's a no-brainer. It's not going to cost you anything as well. You already have the inventory, you already have done a lot of the research. And so that's probably the biggest reason, I would say. But there's definitely it's only going to make you more money if you put you're not going to lose money by going on Amazon Walmart. And yeah, there's just great opportunity. So
I see Cassandra Craven's on.
Oh, Cassandra. Hi, Cassandra. Oh, nice to see you here.
Not to make you nervous. I know it makes me nervous because I have to live up to Cassandra's high standards.
Oh,
but
no.
Anyway, you were one of the early adopters to Walmart. So why did you take that chance on leaving Amazon to go over there, and look at what happened?
Well, I didn't necessarily leave Walmart, didn't leave Amazon, but to me, it's like, it's not even that much of a risk because, you're just going to make more money if you do well on Walmart too. So that's the greatest thing about Walmart. But also, you can get ranked for things. I don't know if anyone's seen some of the demos I've done, where you basically look at really competitive products that we know are really competitive on Amazon, and you can find them on Walmart and you can rank easily for them. They're not that competitive. So there's just a lot of opportunity for things that maybe you wanted to sell, but you realize, oh man, they're too competitive. On Walmart, you can actually get in there. So
yeah, I'd like to go back to that because we were talking about a presentation I was going to do, and we stumbled on this fluke of a product that we looked at, and I think it was garlic press or something.
Yeah.
And you just said, look at this. But yeah. we'll hook back to that. We got to talk about that one. But first of all, like, I just went through, we're bringing on one of our clients, and I went to their Walmart site. So they got approved. They were selling for a long time, but they haven't sold one thing. So when I looked at their listing on Walmart, it was obvious why they weren't. First, they just cut and pasted everything from their Amazon listing. And that's a no-no, right?
Yeah, you want to follow the guidelines that Walmart set up in their, they have really good guides, by the way. If you're ever confused on what to do, you just go to the seller help from Seller Center, and they outline everything that you need to do. So a lot of people, you can tell the bullets because people will do like the all caps on the Amazon bullets, and they'll just copy them and paste them over. And Walmart does not like that. So you need to have your title set a certain way, no keyword stuffing, and they usually will flag you if they want you to put something else in your title and the listing quality dashboard. It'll basically tell you, okay, you're missing, dimensions. They want that in the title, or whatever it is, or your brand name has to go in the title. You're missing that. They want you to put certain things in there. And then the bullets are about 80 characters. So that's going to be a lot shorter than most bullets that I've seen on Amazon. And then the description is kind of like a paragraph description. So you can use the same information. You just need to format it differently. So it's not going to be too much work. You just need to format it for Walmart.
Right. When I was doing my research on the descriptions, and I agree 100% with what you're talking about with the titles. They have to be short titles. You can't
Yeah.
bring in these 150 character titles. It's
Yeah.
not going to be good. But the description, you can put keyword phrases in the description. And when I was, what we're doing is we're making them longer. So they're longer than your Amazon description. And it's almost a combination of all your bullets into our description. Are you doing the same thing?
Yeah, I kind of take for the bullets that they have, I take the main selling points and highlight them there because it kind of sticks out a little bit more than the description.
Yeah.
So anywhere I can put the main selling points, I'll put that there. And then the description, I'll put as much information in there as I can.
Because that's where the algorithm is picking up everything, correct? In the
exactly.
description. Yeah. And
so you're going to want to put as many, of those main keywords in there.
And this is, just to be clear for the Amazon listeners. So we call it bullet points in Amazon, right? Those 5 points. And you can think like there's a description that you can put in. So that's like your product description over on Amazon. But the bullets are more, they're called the features.
Yeah, key features.
Key features. Yeah. And so that's the difference. And you keep them around 80 characters like you were saying, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I just, because Walmart also wants us to write our listings for customers, because, you've got to have the SEO, but it also has to appeal to an actual buyer. So they really want to emphasize that with our Amazon, our Walmart listings. So I always get, you and I always have a problem. It's like Amazon, Walmart. It's like, oh man, they're, so
get tripped up. I know. Oh man. Yeah. I got to watch that. And if I do say that, just correct me because I do that all the time.
I do it all the time too. So.
Now, I guess one of the other really important things here, probably even more so than on Amazon, it's the images.
Oh, yes.
Everything is image based on. Now, let's talk about the differences between what you can deliver on Walmart compared to what you can deliver on Amazon.
So you can actually do a lot more images on Walmart. So the more, I guess, the better. But, obviously the first ones are going to show up on that the main page right there that you can see outlined in the thumbnails. But when you look at the actual listing itself, if you scroll right under the images, you're going to see all the competitors listed right there. So it's one of those things where you need to make sure that your photos are amazing. So your first image, they do want you to have that white background. You need to fill the full white background. So you can't have just like a white background with a little image of your product. They want you to fill the majority of the white space with your product. They don't want you to add any other additional items in there on that main image that are not included in your product. So that's a big no-no. And then on the other images, the lifestyle images, you're going to want to highlight the main benefits of your product. So really good infographics and just benefits with great lifestyle images are going to be key to winning that, because you need to win them over right there. Like when I look at garlic presses, for example, there's, some garlic presses and they have a picture of the garlic press in the package, whereas others have pictures of the garlic press and show how they have a little device to clean the garlic press and how you can actually put the garlic clove in there without even taking the, I don't know what the wrapping of a garlic is, off. It just like smashes it and keeps the peel, I guess, in the garlic press. And there's just, it writes down in the images, they wrote down all the benefits that would appeal to a buyer. And I think that's going to be the reason why they sell more than, these others with just a little packaging photo. So, setting yourself up now for success is a good idea. And honestly, most Amazon sellers already have these images on their Amazon listings because it's super competitive over there. So,
are there any images that you would put onto Walmart that you wouldn't necessarily put onto Amazon?
I'm trying to think about that. I think I've used pretty much the same idea. Are you thinking of something in particular?
No, I do know though, and I think this will change in 2022, early 2022. are the videos and the more
Oh yeah.
media rich items. You had to go to a third party hosting company for that, which is completely different than Amazon. And then that was stopped when they brought on Project
Yeah.
X, which was their hybrid the service that they have out now.
Yeah, so the rich media I hear is coming in February again. So you will
February.
be able to. I think you're still gonna have to host it, but hopefully it'll be available with other providers that we can maybe get the price down a little bit because it's pretty expensive because they have different modules for rich media. So you've
Right.
got the video, and then down below you can do the comparison chart, and then a bunch of different things that are really cool, but you have to pay for each one per SKU.
Right.
So it's expensive. So yeah, hopefully that
Yeah, you'll probably see once you get more and more sellers on there that they'll have some heavier competition. The cost will come down.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the butt that it's not like Amazon where you
Yeah.
get into brand registry originally, and then you can upload videos, and then you have access to all these different programs. The other thing that I'm interested in would be you've got your listing. Amazon's starting to do it with their listing optimization tool now that they've launched. But Walmart's had this for some time. Do you want to get into that? So we launched a listing. The second we launched a listing, 3 or 4 listings just recently, they start up at 30%. Like it's a 31%. That's the standard that you'll see.
Yeah.
So how do you get into the listing optimization, and how does it work?
So you go to the growth. When you log into Seller Center, you're going to go to growth opportunities. And what I like about the actual content piece when you're writing it, they'll actually highlight all the things that you're missing. So you need to fill in the attributes. I remember when I started on Amazon, I just kind of skipped a lot of those, things to fill in. I would just fill in the main bullets and description, and I would just forget all those other, even though subject matter was, we found out, pretty important to fill out. But I think a lot of people did that. But on Walmart, they'll flag you and say, you need to fill out this attribute. You need to say, what it's made of or what the size is. And it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So if you just go in and you're diligent about filling that in, then you're going to have a really good content score. And I would suggest checking it weekly so that you can make sure that you're keeping your content up to date. It also has a section there for shipping. So your offer and your shipping are really important for your listing quality score. And that is like, if you offer fast 2-day shipping or and you have a price that's competitive, you're going to do well in that section. And the last one is your reviews. So you need to make sure, to have at least one review when you start off. It's a lot easier to get reviews on Walmart when you start out. But yeah, so all of these things add up to your score of 100%. Now, when I applied to WFS and got accepted, got in there, the ranking just my products went to the first page.
Yeah.
So when you look and you're looking at, like, for Helium 10 has our X-ray tool, you can pull up a keyword and pull X-ray, and you can see the percentage of WFS sellers. And a lot of times there's very few WFS or Walmart Fulfillment Services people using that service as sellers. So they're doing their own shipping. Maybe they have an inventory issue, but you could, potentially, if you get into WFS, then you can beat out the competition by just utilizing WFS. And that's a huge thing for them right now. So, because they're building out that whole, their whole logistical chain. And so they're expanding that. And so basically the listing quality score is really helpful because they tell you what they want. And I remember we always would just be trying to guess, when we all first started in e-commerce, like, I think this is right, or I think this is wrong. So it's really helpful. Yeah.
So, and you see when you go to your listing quality score, or into that growth module and you click on it, you'll actually see the 4 attributes or the 4 key metrics, and you just click on it and it'll tell you exactly what you need, And the other thing that you were mentioning was WFS. So that's the Walmart Fulfillment Service. This is really cool. So a lot of people they got rejected. Okay.
Yeah.
So they got rejected, but they don't reapply.
Yeah, why is that?
And it was like last year, it took forever. Now we're down to days if you're any good. Like if they want your product, you could get approved within days. It's not
Yeah.
weeks, it's not months, it's not an
Yeah.
instant rejection. But so if you've been rejected, try again. Hey, why not?
Victor says he got approved in 30 seconds first shot. That's amazing. Yeah. That's what I've been hearing for current, applications for WFS. So that's faster than it was for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So the other thing, when you're going in, this drills down, so you see the overall seller score, and then you can drill down per product.
Yeah.
And just go in there and tweak it. You'll have all these different areas that you could just go in, like reviews. That's another thing.
Yes.
So right now you'll still go in and you'll see a lot of listings with no reviews or very few. If you've been selling on Shopify, even Amazon, but if you've been shopping on Shopify, you can easily bring in those reviews and show them that you've got 100 or 1,000.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you used the syndication tool, the review syndication tool?
I'm actually in the process of doing that because I have a bunch of Shopify reviews. I just, haven't done it yet. But it's super easy. And some people import, when I started on Shopify, I imported my reviews to Shopify. So, you can import your reviews from anywhere into your Shopify site and then go from Shopify to Walmart.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. And like I have been told, but I've also been told the opposite, that the review syndication tool that they have, which you can find in their help section, which is awesome. But you can also download a CSV file of your Amazon reviews and bring them in. However, I've heard some people say it's extremely difficult to do. Other people have said it was no problem.
Oh, interesting. You mean to Shopify?
Yeah. No, right into
Right to
Walmart.
Walmart.
So there's, if you go into Walmart and type in review syndication tool, you'll be able to download it shows you that you can download your Amazon a CSV file and then import it with your Shopify into Walmart.
Okay. That's really good because I didn't realize that because I know people who have account managers because they're big sellers.
Yep.
And they just gave their CSV file to their account manager. So I was like, oh, maybe that's the only way.
No, you can do it. It tells you the whole, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Yeah. It's something that we looked at and found, probably about a month, just before the Amazon Powwow Summit, I found the tool. Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. I'm going to take a look at that after this.
Yeah, definitely. Because again, I don't know if it's because the people weren't tech savvy, but it looked like it was pretty straightforward.
Then you don't have to pay anything.
You don't pay anything.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it will also bring in like a host of other platforms as well.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So automatically, and that's one of the key metrics is it's reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one down.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thanks. I love talking with you because I always learn something from you.
And right back at you.
Thanks.
So we also, just before we get to the next question, we do have a giveaway today, and it's a mix. It's a hybrid between Lunch with Norm and Helium 10. So what do you have to give away today?
We have a Helium 10 shirt and water bottle. So yeah, it's
Very good.
like the one I have on right now.
Ah, not like the old school one that I have.
Not the old school, but yeah.
Okay, and then what we're doing to add to the pot, we are going to be giving away the Lunch with Norm mug with the M&Ms, of course. You have to have the M&Ms. A calendar, that custom calendar that of Tim and I that comes out, the picture that comes out every week we've turned out into a calendar. And we're going to give away 1 month free of the Centurion League. So there's a whack. It's a swag bag plus free training for 1 month. Now, the only thing that applies is that if you are already a current member of Centurion, then you can't get the Centurion League, but you can get everything else. Okay, so that is hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. And if you tag 2 people, you'll be entered twice. Now, Kels, I'm going to give you time on this because guess what I'm going to ask? I'm going to ask for another word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
I wanted to give a quick shout out and say thank you to Global Wired Advisors for sponsoring this episode of Lunch with Norm. Global Wired Advisors is a leading digital investment bank focused on optimizing the business sales process. For more information, please call Chris Schifferling and his team over at globalwiredadvisors.com. You know, Chris.
Yeah.
I just see that Rad went Wheel of Kelsey. Man, Rad, you got the jackpot last time. He won the, I forget what he won, but it was a major, major prize.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yes. Okay, so we got a bunch of other questions here that I really like to talk about.
Cool.
Now, there are certain sellers that fit into Walmart, and there's certain sellers that don't. I shouldn't say sellers, but it's brands, right? Can you talk a little bit further about that?
I would say that more established brands are going to be the ones that are going to be what Walmart is looking for. So if you haven't started selling anywhere and you don't have a brand established, then Walmart probably isn't a good fit yet. You could always, basically build yourself up to what they want and then move over. But I think everyone should sell on Walmart. I think it's a really good opportunity. Like every time I've talked to you and we've gone over stuff, I get excited about the opportunity there and how much it's growing and how much easier it is for us to rank. And just the fact that I remember you talked about the percentage of eyeballs on our listings compared to Amazon. That just got me so excited when you actually break down the numbers. It's amazing. So do you have those numbers still? I remember you had it all written out. Those were so good.
I'll go off the top of my head, but there is, based on the percentage of people coming over and checking out your listings. So there's 200 million eyeballs, like impressions that go on to go to Amazon compared to 100 million site visitors to Walmart.com. Anyways, it worked out that your chances of people looking at your listing were 829% better than Amazon. But it's just converting. And also a lot of those eyeballs were for groceries. Walmart kills Amazon when it comes to groceries. So if you've got a grocery product, I would definitely be looking at Walmart to at least have that product on there. And the other thing that this is the one that blew me away is that we compared. So this was from DataSpark. So they gave me this information. It wasn't anything that I was able to research, but it came from DataSpark. So they said, look, this is what we've got. This is accurate information coming out of Walmart. There are 800 and some odd thousand products, SKUs, that have absolutely zero competition. Then if you compare it to the like Amazon listing. So
did you say 800 or 800,000?
800,000.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And nobody's selling these products. So it could be a bully stick. It could be this. It could be that. But there's 800,000 opportunities on Amazon that there's zero competition.
So good.
So, it's
So
crazy.
exciting.
And the other thing that's really, I know we're kind of just going down different rabbit holes, but the other thing I love about Amazon is we've got Project Glass. So for those of you that don't know Project Glass, this is that hybrid model. This is the omni-channel of the future where you can pick up, you can ship, you can have it fulfilled, whatever you want. It's like McDonald's, just have it your way. Or, oh no, that's Harvey's in Canada. You don't have Harvey's in the U.S.
No.
Very good burgers. You can have it your way.
I think is that Burger King here?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I know we have a Burger King up here, but anyway, any which way that you want, either to pick it up, have it shipped from the local fulfillment center, or have it fulfilled in 2 days, then you can do that, or fulfilled by merchant. So it gives you the opportunity to do whatever you want with it. But now Amazon, Amazon has 110 fulfillment centers across the country, big, large fulfillment centers. Once at Walmart bought Jet and then closed it, they had the infrastructure for .com, which is great. Now they've got 5,500 locations that are going to be participating in this fulfillment. Like, just get it delivered from your store.
So good. Yeah.
I mean, they've positioned themselves so well. And now I'm looking at, okay, they might be 6% or 7% of the marketplace right now, which is just a small piece compared to Amazon. But just wait for a year or two.
Yeah.
And if you can get on the coattails of that and just ride it
Yeah.
for all it's worth. Like, look at right now, there's only like the PPC in Walmart. I mean, it's next to nothing compared to what that's something. So you know what I'm going to say. But the PPC, it's next to nothing. They still have a lot of evolving here, but there is a trick, right?
Which trick are you talking about?
Okay, I'm talking about so you don't waste your money.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
This is a big one. So
This is a huge one because not a lot of people know this
and this
thing.
will kill you too.
Yeah, it'll lose your money.
So let's say that you're on Amazon and you want to bid high. So you go as high as $3, but let's say you can get it at $1.10. So you get the next bid up. So you don't have to worry about that $3. On Walmart, if you bid $3 and if somebody's like bidding at 50 and then you bump it up to $3, you're getting hit for the whole $3.
I hope people listen to that and don't make that mistake when they start on Walmart, because that was something that was really confusing to me at first. I'm like, why? But yeah, you have to. That's why you kind of start small and then incrementally go up to see where, if you're not getting impressions, just keep, start at maybe 20, 30 cents and then go up until you figure out where you can get impressions and then stay there.
Right,
That's
exactly.
going to be tricky with bid optimization for sure.
And, maybe that's where we go next. Like, what are some of the mistakes Amazon sellers are seeing when they come over to Walmart?
Yeah, I think that's a big one. That's a huge, because it's just not really, I don't think they do it like that on any other platform or any other advertising where you bid and that's what you get. Usually it's an auction, right? So,
Right.
So I think that's a big one. I don't know. I guess not optimizing properly would be another one, and just pulling it over, and they just do bulk imports from Amazon and they just put it up instead of optimizing each listing for Walmart. I think that's a big one because
And there's tools that do that, which really
Yeah.
suck because you think,
Yeah.
I'm going to this app and they're just doing it properly for me.
Yeah. So you've got to make sure to take time and do all of those things, and not applying for WFS, not applying for the pay-per-click advertising even, because you have to apply for that. Get into brand registry. That's extremely easy if you already have your trademark to protect your brand. Another mistake is if they haven't purchased and owned their UPCs, then you don't have control over that listing. We made that mistake, and it's like, if you buy from secondhand
Oh, yeah.
and you don't own that UPC code, then Walmart won't take down the kind of hijackers, or those listings where they post your product from Amazon and sell it on Walmart.
So GS1, and we're recommending that everybody go to GS1, make sure you get the listing so you have that prefix. If you don't have that prefix, it will bite you. I have
It really
a
will.
major client that is having that problem right now where Amazon, there's 4 products there that they're not listing.
Yeah. It's funny because with Amazon, I used to argue with people about this. I'm like, you should get your own UPC codes, because I personally have always had my own UPC codes for our business. But people are like, oh, no, you can just buy it. I'm like, no, don't do that. And
Yeah.
now look, you got to set up yourself for success from the beginning. Do everything right the first time and you won't have these headaches, So that's a good one. That's a really big one, the UPC codes. I don't know. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Well, I'm looking at, I would say a mistake is not getting your 2-day delivery badge.
Yeah.
So either going through Deliverer or getting your WFS.
Yeah.
Because like you said, the optimization just, it won't be there. The other one, again, this is just more for optimization, is we can talk about the Pro Seller badge.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of like Walmart has Prime and then Walmart Plus, which is like it's like Prime. But they also have something called the Pro Seller badge, where it just gives you that trust needed that you're going to deliver exactly what is on your listing.
Now, you do have to have a certain number of sales in order to get that. So you have to increase the velocity. So some of your products might be more eligible for that in the beginning than others, but I wouldn't want anyone to get discouraged because they don't have it yet for all of their products, because I think eventually everyone will have that opportunity. You'll get those sales and then, be able to get that badge on your listing once certain products get more visibility on Walmart.
Right. Again, it's just the beginning of everything that's happening, but it's these small little things. Even getting that Pro Seller badge, you'll see the listing optimization bump up. And if you go in, so let's say you're doing your listing, and this is just something that we learned as well. You're going to have 3 tabs. You'll have for freight. You'll have the first tab, the second tab, and the third tab. And if you're going with, and I can tell you this is a mistake we made. If you just go and you don't check out that freight and you just click on the first badge because it's simple, you're not going to get optimized that well. Like it is the worst thing that you can do. You've got to go at least to the second or the third tab, and just make sure that you can deliver, and you can go to Deliverer and Deliverer with 2 R's. And it's very easy. Now, last year there was some problems, but everybody had problems last year with, delivery. Everybody did. But give them another shot. If that's something that you want to do, if you can't get into WFS, but you'll get a much better optimization if you go that route.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one.
Okay, so any of the listeners, if you're not on Walmart, why aren't you? Just want to hear from you and just see the good, the bad, the ugly about, why aren't you selling on Walmart right now? Okay, and now the other part to this is there any opportunity to actually get into the bricks and mortar?
Yeah, that's the most exciting thing. We were trying to get in brick and mortar for some of our products anyway, and so we were calling Walmart, and they were like, we won't even let you come into our store until you prove yourself online. So if you have good sales on walmart.com, you have the opportunity to be in stores nationwide. That could be millions of dollars. So, that's a very exciting opportunity to have Walmart, seeing you prove yourself on their site and then asking you to be in their stores.
That happens twice a year, right? They'll do an invitation.
Yeah. I don't know the exact number actually, but I do know some people have been approached that I've talked to. So that's pretty amazing.
This is another thing we should talk about. I just saw Andrew Smith's comment. I can't believe I can even read it. But so he's talking about a U.S. company. One of the issues that we've seen with some of our clients is that, first of all, they mix their addresses up with their W-9 form and their EIN information, because you have to send in the actual application or the file. And if there's a different address on there, you're going to get rejected.
Yeah.
So make sure that those are the same. But at least a month, maybe a month or two ago, it was tougher, very tough, if you weren't a U.S. entity. Has that changed?
I've talked to some international sellers who have been approved. They have, some logistics warehouses in the US though. So I'm not sure if you basically have to have a physical address in the US and a business entity in the US. So like an LLC or something like that. So if you have those things, then you're more than likely going to get approved even if you're an international seller, because that's what they wanted. They want to make sure that you have the ability to take care of customers and you have the shipping abilities in the US. So
yeah, I know that one of our clients, they open up an LLC, and then it wasn't even a freight forwarder, but it was a U.S. Forwarding address that just took care of everything for them. They registered at that as the same for their EIN number, and then they were up and running in no time at all.
Yeah, that's a good point to make sure they all match. So,
Oh
yeah.
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 Yeah. So, okay. Now, do we have any questions, Kelsey?
Oh, yes. Yes, we have lots
I
of
thought
questions
so.
coming in, so we can go through them. Let me see from Victor. Is Walmart picky like Amazon about having pure white around every edge of your main image? I.e., if you have something long and not tall, can you, sorry, can you cut off the left and right sides to fill the frame?
Oh, that's kind of a hard one because they do want you to fill up most of the frame. So I guess if you go to from corner to corner, if it's like a long skinny thing, that would probably be better. But they do want you to fill up as much white space with your product as possible on the main image. So yeah, the long skinny ones are tricky. I didn't even think about that because usually but maybe, I mean, if you can zoom in as well, yeah, that's a hard one. But yeah,
Yeah.
they are picky about that. However, I've seen some lifestyle images as the main image, so maybe they're not as picky yet, but it is in their guidelines to make sure to have the white image with the white background with the, as much space as possible.
Yeah, they actually state in their guidelines that it has to be if there's 30% or more white space, that they'll be rejected.
Yeah.
So one of the things you can do. So I'll just give you, like, one of our old clients was HDMI cables. Well, what do you do with an HDMI cable? So what we did to fill the frame is we took the front and the back, like we just reversed it so it filled up
Nice.
most of the frame. But you could do that with a knife. You could put the packaging. I'm sure you could play around with it just to fill up as much much white space as possible. But like you said, why not try some other image right now? You'll just get. It's not like you're going to get suspended. You could just get
Yeah.
rejected.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen a lot of lifestyle images? Because I've been seeing those still.
I've been seeing the odd one, but
Yeah.
and honestly, I haven't gone into Walmart and said, okay, what are they looking at? I just putting out the best quality white background that I still in my head from Amazon that I can put up there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, next question coming in from Andrew. How do Walmart fees compare to Amazon?
When I did the comparison, they're pretty similar for the categories because they wanted to be competitive with Amazon, but that you don't have to pay for a pro seller account like you do on Amazon, like $39.99 I think a month. So you don't have that at all for Walmart. But most of the categories, when I was looking at the referral fees, it was pretty similar. Norm, do you know of any other fees that?
Yeah, well, first of all, you're going to save a ton on PPC if you decide to go that route. The other thing and you'll be asked to do this, but you can get involved with all sorts of what you would have to pay to play on Amazon, like their special offers or promotions that they're doing, like compared to a lightning deal where you just pay through the nose. You don't have to do that. You'll get all these different, if it's set up right, and if they like what they're seeing, the algorithm likes what it's seeing, you'll be given all sorts of opportunities.
Yeah.
And you don't pay for, I haven't seen anything that you had to pay for. Have
No.
you?
No, I didn't get access to those deals though, because I think you have to be a much bigger seller, but the people I know that had them, they didn't have to pay.
Right.
All right, from Howard. After getting my products listed, how do I find a Walmart guru to help with our listing to optimize and market? Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah.
Normie, I think you probably.
Well, Howard, one of the things you can do is that you can go to our Facebook group called Selling on Walmart and join the group. And Mikhail Chapnik is there. Tim's there. Are you part of the group?
I am part of the group, yeah.
Perfect. Well, you're there.
Yeah.
And, we do have a group of experts that can help with you, help you with your Walmart listings. And that might be all you need. There are experts out there. But I think if you go there first and test it out, it's free. And then if you do need any extra coaching or help, reach out to me. Just PM me, and I'll give you some information. And we will be posting more about that in the group a little bit later.
Yeah, and I just want to add, Mikhail does Q&A sessions bi-weekly.
Every
in the
Friday,
group
right?
As well. So,
Or
yeah,
every other Friday?
Yeah, any questions that are asked in the group, she actually goes in and answers them live. So it's great.
Helium's
all right.
not doing anything like that yet, are they?
We have a Walmart group, but
Well, we
we
should
don't have
talk
like
about that.
we don't have yeah, it's called Winning with Walmart. In terms of like a service where we would do the listings for you, we don't have that. But you can, I mean, we have different partners, I think, on our seller partner site. But our Walmart group is probably the best one to start. There's a lot of people in there that are really knowledgeable too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good place to start. So go to the groups, get your answers done. And then if you still aren't satisfied, reach out to me and I'll talk to you a little bit further about that.
Yeah, and you guys also have the Walmart Battle Plan YouTube series as well. So
Oh,
that goes
yeah.
through
Yeah.
a list of stuff.
Those are
So
good.
the next question is from Abu. How can international sellers get approved to sell on Walmart?
I think we kind of mentioned that a little bit.
Just give it a go right now. If you've got if you've got a W8, you can try that. But yeah, it's the LLC and a physical place where you can have an address in the States. So that could be maybe a warehouse or a U.S. address through one of the mail forwarding services. You could use that. But yeah, if you can do that, if you have the ability to open up that LLC, then great. That's probably your easiest way.
Okay, next question is from Steven. Any tips for getting approved to sell on Walmart for a new brand or product? I know they typically won't allow this, but this product does extremely well on Amazon, but doesn't have anything on Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, if you have proven sales on Amazon, you can, I would recommend applying to Walmart because they do want, unique products or products that are doing well on other platforms. And if you are selling something that's doing well on Amazon, that's a good sign. So you can definitely go ahead and apply.
Yeah, and they're also looking for just quality products. So if you've got a Shopify store, you're going to be asked in the application, what platforms do you sell on? And so if you say Amazon and Shopify or whatever, they're going to check. They will check it out. And if you've got, we talk about it a lot on the podcast. If you've got a brand presence, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for experienced sellers or something that is just not going to cheapen their brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next question is from Rad. Does Walmart have competition from Chinese sellers like Amazon who will sell the products to you and compete on Walmart even if you have a brand product?
Unfortunately, yes. There are, I think they just let in quite a few Chinese sellers recently. I think there were like 5,000 or so. So
yeah, I hope they don't destroy that platform like they did Amazon.
Yeah, so that's another reason to kind of get in there now and establish yourself before they kind of get in there. And because I've seen some of the listings actually that have kind of already they've got like 5,000 reviews because it's really easy. Yeah. So they're just working it. They're getting in there and just going for it. So I suggest that all of you people that are out there listening, that are sellers, to go and just get your stuff set and positioned well on Walmart too, because otherwise they're going to do it. And that's just, I don't know what to say about that other than it's sad, but
and very aggressive.
Yeah, they're very aggressive. But
all right, it looks like we have one more question. This is from Marina. If somebody is drop shipping my products on Walmart, can I get control of my listings?
Yeah, so that goes back to the UPC situation, and you can do brand registry. So they don't want they don't want people drop shipping from Amazon. Ooh. So you can also kind of prove it by buying it and showing that it came from Amazon, from that seller. So that's another way to do it. But yeah, you make sure you own your UPC codes so that you do have control over that. Yeah, otherwise, you don't.
That's a great point. A Walmart does not want a smiley box arriving through their to their customers. I mean, that's a taboo.
Yeah. But we actually have, for our coffin shelf on Helium 10, had that happen. So
Oh,
somebody had already created the listing. So it's kind of,
so now they're in a coffin.
yeah.
Oh, just virtual coffin.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, not now because we didn't own that UPC. So
Oh.
that's part of the, that was our challenge. So we now have a new listing that has the correct UPC.
And I'm just going to go back to that for a second. If you have a listing, or if you want to come into something with 2 feet, there's lots of things that you can spend your money on and you can blow your money on. But going out there and spending the money on a GS1 UPC code is so well worth it.
It is.
And just research it. Like if you can go to Speedy Barcode or any of these other places, which I used to do until I understood about UPCs and the importance of that prefix. If you can get 100 for $3 or whatever the going rate is, it's going to come back to bite you one of these days. It's not if, it's when. And it might be that you might want to get into Chewy. And because you don't have the proper UPC code, now you've got to go out and spend the money anyways.
Yep.
So anyways, that's just a little bit of, I've done it. What is it? Been there, done it, bought the t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so last chance. If you'd like to get into our draw today, hashtag Wheel of Kelsey, tag 2 people, and you'll have a second entry, and that is for our bag of bling. That's what I'll call it, the bag of bling. Okay. Is there anything else that you like to just kind of end on with Walmart? Why should people be there?
Yeah, I just think the opportunity is there right now. And I hear people all the time like, oh, I wish I would have started on Amazon 5 or 6 years ago. Well, this is your chance. This is the opportunity that we have to get out there and start, using our knowledge that we have and just kill it on Walmart.com. So
Victor just snuck one in. And this is for you, Carrie.
For improving Walmart key rank. So there's a few different things that you can do for ranking. You definitely want to put those main keywords in the title that you want to rank for. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about some. I don't know if I'm allowed to say like search, find, buy. You can still do on Walmart.
Well, that's just between you and me. Nobody will hear.
Okay. Yeah. And all the people here.
Yeah.
You can do stuff like that to rank for keywords. It's, not allowed on Amazon right now, but you can do that still. And keyword rank, again, WFS is going to rank you if you're using Deliver with the 2-day shipping. That's going to boost your rank. And then once you get those initially set up, you need to have a good conversion rate. So if you're not converting, take a look at your images again and see what's going on, because that will affect your keyword rank as well. If you stop converting or you don't convert, even though you optimized very well, you need to make sure that people are clicking on your product, and because you could be also in maybe the wrong category, product type. So that's all things that you got to look at too. But
price is really important.
Price is extremely important. Yes, there's some products that I'm kind of still deciding if I want to put on Walmart because mine are a bit higher price, although it's better quality. I don't know. I'm thinking probably around staying in, within 10 to 20% of the other sellers, even if it's a little bit higher. I think you can still sell, but price is a good one for ranking. That's important. So anything, did I miss anything, Norm?
Well, the only thing that I can add to that is to make sure that your keywords that you've done your research on, well, first, I think is very important that they use a tool like Helium 10 to understand because keywords over on Amazon are not the same as keywords over on Walmart. Yep. And one huge difference, we were talking about this before, was pet bed. So dog beds on Amazon, tons, like it's a primary keyword.
Yeah.
It gets squat over on Walmart. The word is pet bed. That's what you'll rank on. And so you think, oh, I'm just going to do the same thing. And you turn out that you're not optimizing because, so Helium, I guess what I'm saying is use the tool, use Helium 10 or a tool like it, and make sure that you do the keyword research for Walmart, not Amazon.
Yeah.
And
yeah, exactly. And that's the cool thing. We have we have search volume on Amazon right next to the search volume on Walmart for Magnet and Cerebro, which are our keyword tool research tools. So you can actually see that real time. Like something will be, thousands on Amazon and it'll be low for Walmart and vice versa. So it really is important to do separate keyword research for your Walmart listings.
Okay, the last thing, because I almost forgot to talk about this. This was the one that blew me away, and I couldn't believe when we were talking. So we were looking up a garlic press, and you said, "Look, this is the main brand," and it was making a gazillion dollars. The next one underneath it was making 5,000 or 6,000, and you said, "Look," clicked on it. It was a horrible listing. It had one image. And you said, do you think, you could take that one out? And it was, yeah, absolutely. And then you went back and you went, well, look at because in the Helium 10, you get the Walmart listing, but right beside it, you get the ASIN link. We went over and it was on Amazon and it sucked. Like it was horrible. So both listings sucked. You knew that you could take over that position by just putting up a half decent listing, and they were already making 5,000, which was the second most for revenue, which you could take a lot more revenue, probably a revenue share from that if the listing was any good. Yeah. But it was just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah. And it was, I think they were selling 0 on Amazon and they were selling
nothing.
Yeah. So then it just goes to show. I mean, that's the opportunity. You couldn't launch a garlic press on Amazon right now and make money. You'd be losing money on all the advertising and stuff. But you can launch it on Walmart.
Yeah,
it's so exciting.
And the other thing is, you can find products that are parallel. So it kind of goes back to what I was talking about with competition. You might have a listing that's over here, but the seller knew nothing about Walmart or Amazon. They're in a category that you could pick up, two. Like you can hit on Amazon, you can also hit on Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. It's right now is the time to get into it.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the way that people can find that is the X-ray tool. So when you pull X-ray and you scroll over, you can see the ASIN of each one of the, if it's available, you can see the ASIN of the product that's selling on Amazon. So check those out.
Right. Okay. Carrie, you've never seen Wheel of Kelsey, have you?
I have.
You have?
I've watched Lunch with Norm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right then.
All right. So here we go.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
Alrighty, thank you everyone who entered today's giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle everyone's names up. If you are the winner, please email me k@lunchwithnorm.com and we'll get you all set up with your goodie bag. And it looks
all right, Howard.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so a bit of swag from Helium 10. You get a bit of swag from Lunch with Norm, plus the free Centurion calendar and the Centurion League. That's it. You're off the hook.
Oh, that was fun. I had a great time chatting with you about Walmart.
Oh, and wait, we got to have you back because Walmart is like Amazon. It's always changing. So
yes,
can't wait to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, if you see my partner running around somewhere in Helium 10 office, I know he was shooting something with you.
Yeah.
Just say hi to him for me.
I will, definitely. Yeah, it was fun filming with him.
All right. Okay, Carrie, we will see you later.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. Oh, excuse me. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that show. Walmart is the place to be. Don't miss out. There's so much opportunity there. Even if you just want to get started, why not? Why not start selling something and get 5%, 10%? one of the things that we didn't touch on, we've recently seen some products outsell Amazon with the monthly sales. So it's not everyone, and it's very few. But if you get 10 or 30% on average increase in sales, and that's just going to increase, or one of these flukes that just started to outsell Amazon. It's crazy. Anyways, that's it for today. Now just a quick word from our sponsor. Thank you, Sellerize, for sponsoring this episode of Lunch with Norm. Sellerize is your comprehensive solution for your everyday business needs. Everything you need to grow and scale your Amazon business is just one click away. For more information, contact Dima and his team over at Sellerize.com. And remember, Sellerize is with one R. Okay, Kelsey, where are you?
Hello. Yes, thank you everyone for watching today's episode. If you haven't yet, don't forget to give us those thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to follow us on social media. So that includes Facebook, YouTube. The YouTube channel is Norman Farrar. If you are part of the channel already and follow us on social media, you may have noticed that we've been doing a couple new style of videos. So that includes some Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. So check those out. Let us know what you think of them. Also, we're revamping our TikTok as well. So we got lots going on. And if you're interested in learning more about Amazon, e-commerce, Walmart's, highly recommend our membership program for the Lunch with Norm group. That is, if you visit lunchwithnorm.com and click on the membership program, you'll see that we have a couple of different tiers available for the Beard Nation. So if you're interested in small group sessions of Q&As with me and Norm, we do a couple sessions every month. There's 4 sessions altogether, including a guest lesson, along with monthly SOPs. You get your own Lunch with Norm mug and M&Ms and a bunch of other discounts and goodies as well. So check that out. Helps support the podcast as well. And I think that's about it. Norm, is there anything else?
Well, I guess we'll see you at a different spot. You're leaving fairly soon to go back home.
That's right. I was babysitting a dog here while Norm was off vacationing in Florida. So, I'll be back in my place in Toronto.
Vacation.
I saw the pictures.
All right, everybody. So tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the community. We could not do this without you, and we will see you on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Lunch with Norm.